Hey guys, and welcome to a new video on this channel. I'm Sabi from CodeRevolution. So WordPress 5.5 is here, almost here, because it's will be releasing on 11th of August 2020, so it is quite near. So let me show you in this video what features will it bring and how it will change our way we use WordPress, because it is a major update, and trust me, it has many new features and many new improvements to WordPress. So here are listed all the features that it will bring, because I installed WordPress 5.5 using the WordPress beta tester plugin. So if you want to give it a try before it is released, before the 11th of August, you can do this using the WordPress beta tester plugin. So just search this plugin, install it, and after you install it, go to Tools, Beta Testing here, and select Bleeding Edge Nightlist. This is what you should select. This is very important. So select Bleeding Edge Nightlist, save settings, and afterwards go Dashboard Updates. And here you will be able to update WordPress with this button. So update now, you click it, and the WordPress 5.5 will be installed on your server. I don't recommend installing this on live websites or on websites that actually are prone to that receive users, because the nightly releases of WordPress are not always stable and might even break parts or all of your website. So keep in mind this, use it with caution. So if you want to revert WordPress back to your original version, you can install this reinstall now. You can use this reinstall now button, and the WordPress will be reverted to the latest stable version. So if you are done using the nightly versions, click this and you will be using the latest stable version. So now let us go ahead and talk about what WordPress will bring, what new features will bring. So the first thing is that it will greatly improve speed and load time of pages, especially of pages which were built with the Gutenberg block editor. So if you have pages that you built with Gutenberg block editor, this will benefit of great performance improvements and load time boosts. So also other pages will load faster, and these will be possible to be checked with tests like GTmetrix or Google Page Speed Analysis tools. Okay, so the next thing to check is that plugins will be able to be auto updated. So this is a overdue feature, because this is really important to have. So if we check here in the plugins menu, we will see that automatic updates column was added, and here we will have enable auto updates for plugins that are on WordPress.org repository only. So right now this is available only for WordPress.org plugins. I will check into this, and if it is possible to add this feature also to my plugins, I will surely do this and enable the auto update feature if possible. Also two things to mention in these cases. So if you want to enable auto updates for plugins, it's good to know that the auto update feature might not always be best suited for you. So if you have a website that is important to be online always, then you should not enable the auto update feature of plugins, because each plugin has a separate developer, and developers might make mistakes and push new updates with broken content into them. So because of this, if you enable the auto update feature and your WordPress website gets automatically updated without you checking if actually it works after the update, it might have some periods when it installs updates that are broken, and some parts or even all your website could be broken because of this. So proceed with caution on this. And the second is that this feature is available only for WordPress.org free plugins, as you can see. So only plugins that are on the WordPress repository will benefit yet of this new feature. Okay, so this is also available for themes. Don't forget that plugins and themes will also benefit of auto updating, but keep in mind only use the auto updating feature for plugins and themes that you are knowing for sure that they will not push updates that are not fully tested before they are released. Okay, so another cool feature is that if we try to install a plugin or theme that we already have installed in pre or WordPress versions, so let me show this. Let's try to install a plugin that it is already installed on my site. So in pre or versions of WordPress, this stopped here. So destination folder exists and it said that you should delete this folder first. But now WordPress got much smarter on this part, and it is also able to replace current directory with uploaded directory, or let you cancel and go back and keep the files that you have, and also compares the title and the version, author, required WordPress version and required PHP version, which is really great. So this update is very well received from my part, because this was lacking in WordPress. Okay, so another cool feature is that the WordPress website will have a native XML sitemap. So until now, I'm sure that you generated your sitemaps using SEO plugins. However, WordPress will have, starting from WordPress 5.5, native XML sitemaps, and the URL of the sitemap is wp-sitemap.xml, and here you will find the sitemap of your WordPress that was automatically generated by it. So if you have SEO plugins that generate sitemaps, you should disable their functionality, or because this XML sitemap cannot be disabled right now. And also don't forget to switch the sitemap that you submitted to Google Developer Tools, so the Webmaster Tools in Google, to this sitemap, because this will be the new stable sitemap of WordPress. Also, SEO plugins will have to update their functionality, because their sitemap functionality will become redundant, and they I think redundant, yeah, this is how you pronounce redundant. So their sitemap functionality will become redundant, and they will not benefit of this feature anymore. So, or they add something new to their functionality that WordPress native sitemap does not have, or they remove this feature from their feature list. Okay, so the next thing is that WordPress will have a huge feature, which is lazy loading of images. So they will have native lazy loading of images. So let us add a new post and show you this. So if I add a new image here and upload from my, let me move myself out of the way and publish this, we will see that, oh, so publishing failed. I told you that these nightly versions are not yet very stable, and things might not work out each time with them. So yeah, however, if this would have worked, we could have seen that we would have lazy loading of images in our WordPress site, and this will give a small performance bump for your websites, especially if you haven't had any caching plugin or similar optimizing plugin that did this already for your site. Also, if you had these plugins that have this feature, I strongly recommend that you disable the lazy loading of images feature from other plugins, because this feature will be natively supported by WordPress starting from 5.5. Okay, so also these plugins will have to update their lazy loading features or remove them, because yeah, once again WordPress did it on its own. So another update is that WordPress brings many updates to its Gutenberg block editor. So as you can already see, the interface was refreshed. So this is a new Gutenberg editor interface. And if we click here on the plus button, we will see many new things that were not available until now. So an important thing that I can note is that Gutenberg will have device preview. So let us write test, and if we click here on preview, we can preview how the page will look on desktop, tablet, or mobile. So we can check here on mobile, on tablet, and on desktop. So yeah, this is not working quite how it should yet, but they will shortly fix this until the final version is released on 11th August. Okay, so one more thing that was added is the patterns of block patterns here. So it is very nice to have feature, because it was a bit annoying that you had each time that you had to build each time your block pattern. So if you had to build a page that you starting from scratch, you would have needed to add each block separately and to build them up from scratch. But now you will have block patterns which will allow you to build these sites and pages much faster. So you only click on the pattern and it will be added to your site, and you can edit it with different blocks. Okay, so another cool feature is that WordPress will have, starting from now, also a repository of blocks. So okay, so once again, the site editor failed, but it is okay. I have a nightly build here, so we should not get upset on this. So one more thing that I want to highlight is that WordPress will have a block installer. So it is something like that. So if you don't have a block and you search for, let's say, spinner, they will actually search their block repository and give you a block that has this keyword in its name. So this will install a new plugin on your website which will provide this block functionality. So this is a cool update. However, it has a small issue, because if you install different blocks like this, you will be installing one separate plugin for each. And this might reduce the performance of your WordPress website, because you could install a plugin with all these blocks that you wish to get in bulk, and a package of blocks. And like this, the performance impact of a single plugin is much lower than having multiple plugins installed with the same functionality. Okay, so this is another cool feature that WordPress will get. And let me show you another feature before we check, because the search feature of blocks is also not working. So let me add an image here. Once again, we move myself out of the way, and we will see that we have an inline image editor. So we can crop images, we can rotate them, we can change their aspect ratio, and many more features, because this cool editor is really good to have, because you don't have to edit images if you require only some simple editing to your images outside of WordPress. You can simply upload them, edit them here, crop, resize, rotate, and similar simple operations on your images. So once again, this is not working, but yeah, you get the point. So this should be working in WordPress final version. So this is a nightly build. I am not complaining that it is not working. So yeah, these are the most important features that WordPress will bring in the 5.5 update. So stay tuned for it, and I'm really excited to have it, especially for the page speed improvements, because it promises real page speed improvements for load times of pages, especially for those which were built with the Gutenberg editor. So yeah, this is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you saw the new features that WordPress 5.5 will be bringing, and I hope you enjoy these new features. And sorry for most of them not working right now, but yeah, this is just a nightly build that I'm using, and it is okay to not fully work. Okay, so this is all for today. I hope you stay safe. Have a great day. Bye bye.